Well, hello everybody. Welcome to a video that you guys have all been waiting so long for. Finally, the most requested thing I've ever had on this channel. Today, we are finally looking at the Bburago Mercedes W12. For those of you who have not watched some of my previous videos, this has been the most difficult car to get that is not related to money. Well, actually it is. I usually buy cars off of eBay, and Bburago cars, they're only worth about $15. 20 I'd say about if you're getting the special collector's edition, which we'll talk about in a sec. But as I've shown previously, it has been completely impossible to find these cars for a reasonable price, and it's been completely impossible to find a Lewis Hamilton at all. So today, we have Valtteri Bottas. Yeah, I know, so disappointing. I'll save the Lewis Hamilton for a different day, or maybe I'll just get a Spark Lewis Hamilton. I had to buy this car off of AliExpress, which I always thought was a website that only sold, like, fake stuff. Like, wasn't fucking Soulja Boy's video game console? Wasn't that off of AliExpress or something? I don't know. And that reference is totally dated, and I'm sure no one will get it anymore. Thumbs up if you remember Soulja Boy, the Soulja game, or whatever the hell it was called. But yeah, Bburago Mercedes W12. This is the special collector's edition, so it has the driver figure. For those of you who are new around here, there are two types of Bburago cars. There's the standard edition. The only difference really is that there are no driver figures in the standard edition. Other than that, they're pretty much identical. And then there is, of course, the driver version. So this is the 2019 Ferrari. This is the last time I got the driver version because I really don't think it's not that much of a difference. I mean, it's just the driver figure. It's not that much huge of a difference, but it's like a $10 difference between the non-driver and driver versions. So, you know, whatever. I do really, really like the box on this car. I think the black Mercedes has given us a really nice box. They never made the 2020 Mercedes Bburago, so I think this box looks really cool. Before we get into this car, one more thing I want to talk about is just the usual errors with Bburago cars that usually happen. I made a whole video about this stupid T-cam, and it's not yellow, so it should be yellow on this Valtteri Bottas. That doesn't matter. One thing I really want to look at are the mirrors, because you can see they are so crooked on this car. They're actually, I never really noticed when I was making the video how messed up these were, but yeah, that's something. But there's a couple more things on Bburago cars that I'll mention when we get to that. Let's break into this 2021 Mercedes, and let's see if it's better than the 2019 Mercedes, the Bburago 2019 Mercedes, because I think, as of right now, that this is the best Bburago car. So let's see. Here comes the slipcase. Wow. 2019. Shit. What year is it? 2021 Mercedes. The T-cam is black. Terrible car. Review over. I remember these. I remember the case being really hard, but that one actually came off pretty good. Here it is, the car everyone has been waiting for. I'm just giving it a first look over just to see what we're dealing with here, but let's get it off the base and come in for a closer look. And here it is up close, Bburago Mercedes W12, driven by Valtteri Bottas. Now, I've said this in the past, I usually don't like it when the Bburago cars are all glossy. I think it usually doesn't look as good, but I think this one actually does look pretty good as a glossy car. But what is interesting is that the rear wing is actually a matte finish and not glossy like the rest of the car. I'm not sure if that is a detail on the real-life Mercedes. That would be kind of weird, but the rear wing is matte. And the front wing might actually be too. The front wing just kind of looks a little cheap. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but maybe it's just because it's black. I don't think they've ever made a black Bburago car before, at least not one I'm aware of, but we'll just do the usual rundown of the Bburago cars. So here are the tires. Not super well detailed. I think the tires have gotten a little bit worse as the years have gone on with the Bburago cars. They're the same as the 2019 ones, actually, but that was a fault on 2019. It's a fault on this car still. Barge boards, plasticky, not super well detailed. It's a Bburago car. It's kind of always what you get. I pretty much say the same thing in every Bburago video. I do really like this. I do really like how this looks. Like, at first, the Mercedes livery this year I thought was kind of weird. It's barely silver at all. I feel like it's supposed to be a little bit more silver. It's got that checkerboard pattern to it, like the 2019 Mercedes has, and I don't think it's intentional. I don't think it's supposed to be like. I think it's supposed to be more of a solid fade, but it doesn't really look like on this car. I don't know if you're seeing it, but like the Petronas logo is not like even. It's like Pet and then Ronas, and then like it doesn't look right. I feel like it's supposed to be straighter, but it doesn't look like that on the car. But I think it looks really nice actually. This looks really good. With the glossier finish. And the suspension is actually glossy too. I've never seen that before. That is so weird. I've never seen them with a glossy suspension. That actually looks really weird. I don't think it looks bad, but it looks so weird. Even the 2019 Mercedes, this is like the glossiest car they've ever made, honestly. Halo isn't glossy though, but it actually looks like this winglet is a separate piece. No, it isn't. It's not a separate piece. It looks like a separate piece. That's probably the best winglet they've ever had on a Bburago car. One thing that isn't good is the driver detail, though. It's actually awful. They painted the helmet, but it's just a regular plastic figure in there, not painted at all. It's the same on this Ferrari here. I don't think I pointed this out on the original video, but like no detail on the body itself. You can hardly see that 77. It blends in so much with the back of the car. That may be more of an issue with the Mercedes. That may be more of an issue with the Mercedes itself and not Bburago, but it is worth noting. I already mentioned the rear wing was a matte finish instead of glossy. You can tell that these Petronas logos on the inside are stickers and not... I mean, there are stickers on every type of diecast, but it's really, really obvious on these ones. One thing I did notice is that the front wing is like kind of crooked. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like not... I don't think it's supposed to look... Maybe I can fix it here. I don't know if you guys can see me trying to do this here, but it definitely seems a little bit crooked and not really put together. It's just a screw that holds these on. So in theory, you know, maybe I could go in and fix that, but I don't really think it's that necessary. Here's the bottom. Who cares? I've always said it. I'll always say it. Bburago are good strictly because of the price. It's a cheap F1 diecast. It's the best way to build like a pretty decently sized collection. But because of the price, you're missing out on a lot of the details. I really don't know what's up with this Petronas logo. I guess the way it just runs around the side panel here makes it kind of look a little bit weird. So maybe that's not Bburago's fault, but it probably is. But I don't know. This is definitely an interesting one. Is it better than the 2019 Mercedes? Honestly, well, the mirrors on this 2021 are good. So that's really the only problem, I think, with the Bburago, the 2019 Mercedes, are the mirrors, excusing all the regular detail problems that it has usually. But I don't know. Is it better than the 2019 Mercedes? Maybe. You know what? I'm just thinking about it now. Because the front wing has a matte finish instead of a glossy finish, I think it actually makes it look better because the details are more pronounced when they have matte finishes compared to the glossier finish. So I think that actually helps the detail a lot. And I guess I'll show this off too. One of the few changes they made from 2019 or 2020 to 2021, even though this is 2019, you can see the floor on the 2019 is squared off, while the 2021 is rounded at the end. And it actually does flare up on the side here, and they actually have done the flare up, although it's not super well detailed. I've actually already filmed another F1 diecast video before this one. I'm just gonna have to upload it after. It's a Spark car, and the detail on this flare up is a lot better. I think that goes to be expected. But it is there on the Bburago car, the flare up. It's just not that good. It actually rolls properly. This 2019 Valtteri Bottas scrapes the ground. I think the screw is not correct, but so this one actually does that. Let's pull out the 2021 Red Bull car, which I also think is really good. It just looks the same as the 2019 Red Bull. Here we go. If it was a Lewis Hamilton, it would be just perfect. It would be, but it is not Lewis Hamilton, unfortunately. But I think I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I think this Mercedes car actually does. I think the Mercedes car actually does look really, really nice. Bburago usually get it right with Mercedes. I don't know why they get it almost 100% with Mercedes, and then it's just kind of bad for Ferrari and Red Bull. I guess it's not bad for the Red Bull either, but the Ferraris I definitely think are their weakest cars, which is weird because that's the one they make every year essentially. Will say though, overspray kind of right here by the camera. That's a Bburago hallmark if I've ever seen it. Other than that though, because the car is all black, there's really not a lot of overspray anywhere. But I mean, it's kind of cheating because it's all black. But hey, I mean that makes it look a lot better. I think this one's good, guys. I'm a lot happier with this one than I was with even the 2021 Red Bull or the 2020 Tuscan Grand Prix Ferraris. I thought those ones were really disappointing. This one, I was actually kind of expecting it to be a little bad, but it looks good. If you can find it for a decent price, I think you should get this one, honestly. I think it is a really nice looking car. I can't believe that this car is so glossy though. Like, it's insane. I don't even think the Tuscan Ferraris are this glossy, and those ones were glossy. I don't know. What do you guys think about this car? Was it worth the wait? I mean, it is a pretty nice looking one. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say about this one. It's a nicer looking Bburago than they usually are. It still suffers. I mean, it's a Bburago. I say it all the time, honestly, guys. I'm probably tired of me freaking hearing it. I'm tired of saying it. The detail is not great, but it looks nice. It looks really nice, I think. And if you can find it for a decent price, pick it up. If you can't, well, I don't think it's not worth more than a regular Bburago car. So don't pay more for it. It is definitely worth it at the standard price. And that is all I have to say about this car. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video, which I've already filmed. But the video after that, hey, it could be anything. I got a ton of stuff up here. I said this in the last video. I've never done a Killers video before. Maybe that'll be the next one. Look at all this shit back there, bro. I mean, we could do anything. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.